Welcome to the Forward Podcast. The purpose of this podcast is change the negative stigma around failure into a positive. Failure is only a negative if we do not learn from it and we give up. Welcome back to the Forward Podcast. So my vision with this podcast is to help people overcome the fear of failure so they can live their goals and dreams. Today, I want to talk about how you can achieve what you want to achieve and get to where you want to get to quickly. And by that means is quite often as human beings, we make excuses a lot. We make excuses of why we've not done what we want to do. Why, I see it in the tree surgery industry. As you guys know, been in the tree surgery industry for 20 years. A lot of people excuse themselves. They say, well, that person over there was successful because they started at the right time. Or they're successful because mummy and daddy gave them the money, or they were successful because they were the right place, the right time. And to me, I think that's bollocks. I think a lot of people are just using different scenarios to excuse themselves from the reason why they've not achieved the things. And one thing I've learned is from all the people I've surrounded myself with now over the last years, different successful people, the biggest thing that makes the difference between someone that's not successful and someone successful is they don't make excuses. They take action. So if there's one thing that you can go and do is stop making excuses and take action, because there's always going to be someone else out there that's maybe more successful, maybe less successful. There's always going to be a reason why you don't do what you do. But the key is to stop making those excuses and take action. I've failed so many times. It's unbelievable. But one thing that's come together with it all is I've taken action. I failed my GCSEs. We talked about it before. I got lost at 6 years old on the way to school because my parents sent me off to walk to school. That was my first failure. Then I failed my GCSEs. Then I was bankrupt at 19 years old. Then I started my business and I lost my business at the age of 34. We had to sell our family home. I've failed so many times. I've been addicted to drugs. I've relapsed on drug addictions. But one thing that I've never done is just stop taking action. Stop trying to get help. I remember asking my wife, what was it, the reason why you stayed with me after all the years of me having a drug addiction? And she said, well, you were always trying to get help. You're always going to go and see somebody to try and get help, because I was always taking action. And I believe that if you can make sure that you take action and you keep putting one foot in front of the other and you keep failing forward and you keep learning and improving and looking back, life isn't a perfect science. You don't just, leave school and do one thing and that's successful for the rest of your life. It is a constant road of decisions, of setbacks, of working out what's gone right and what's gone wrong. But the main thing is if you keep pushing forward, you keep failing forward and you keep taking action and you make less excuses, you are going to be successful. If you never give up, you're driven, you're determined, you're committed, and you have the desire to learn from everything that's gone wrong and you take lots of action, you will be successful. When I've looked into it, I used to think to myself, why am I not successful? Why is this not working for me? But I think that's because we live in a life now where you look at people and you see it's the iceberg effect. You only see what's on top currently right now. You see the successful things on social media or in the news or wherever you're looking. You don't see the hours of grind and hard work, the determination and the commitment to get to that point. We just see on surface level what's right now. So the biggest thing is that you take action and you keep putting those learnings in place. Like the really successful athletes out there, they've generally been doing that since they were about this big. And that's why they're successful, because they've never given up and they've taken lots of action and they've learned from coaches and mentors and they've kept pushing on. So I wanted to do a quick episode to say, stop making excuses, because the only person that you're lying to yourself when you're making an excuse of why you've not got to where you want to get to, and start taking action. Action is the only way that you're going to be able to start failing forward and you're going to be able to create the success in your life that you need to. I hope that's helped today. Very short episode. If you've liked what you've heard, please subscribe, like and share. And also, if anyone's got any feedback, please drop me a message. I'm getting loads of messages from you guys. It's really good to interact and be able to help out. And if you want to understand how you can take action in your life, just drop me a message. Always happy to chat and share. Thanks all for listening. Take care.